Mindy and I started dating and ultimately got married in the early years, and we started talking about what we wanted our family to look like. We already had a desire to adopt, but then we got busy, we had 3 kids, and so on some of those early Never Thirst trips, I was exposed to the water crisis, yes, but I was also exposed to the orphan crisis. And so when I came home from my first trip to Africa, I told Mindy, we have room, we have resources, we have the desire, we've got to start this adoption process. And then the more we researched it, every country has different laws and every country's had different need. Ethiopia just kept coming back up as something perfect fit for our family, and the need is vast.
Well, adoption is an interesting process for sure. It took us 27 months from start to finish. It was very long, it was very challenging, but it was so worth it.
We prayed for this child every night for 2.5 years. We're going through the process. So when we first saw his picture, we were thrilled. We accepted what's called our referral. On paper, he was healthy, but when we met him, he was sick. He had Giardia, waterborne disease, and then just bouncing him on my leg, there was no spring, there was no life. Just so many things we take for granted every day. They don't have access to clean water. They can't walk to 10 different spigots in this house to turn on water. And when I think about my son, he would have grown up with no access to clean water, no access to the gospel, and I want to take that back to his country. It's been a dream of mine to get to the point where we could do work in Ethiopia. Now we're there, and we've established 16 to 18 million of addressable need that we know that we can solve. And this year, through Workout for Water, we are making the primary focus of all the funds raised to go directly to the country of Ethiopia, a country where still over 2,200 people die a day from dirty water.
Ethiopia is a beautiful country. Most people don't realize it's mountainous. And they grow the most amazing coffee you've ever had. So they have some resources there, but they also have just extreme poverty too. And because it's mountainous, these women have to climb down these mountains, carry water back up to each other, and then they put it on donkeys and go back to their villages. And so the need is just so great.
Over the last 14 years of running Iron Tribe and hosting Workout for Waters, not just in Birmingham, but all around our footprint, we've raised over $5.4 million for clean and living water around the world. We've helped over 140,000 people get access to clean and living water. Phenomenal results because you show up and you gave. But this year, I'm so excited to connect not only what we're doing with Iron Tribe and Never Thirst, but now something that's near and dear to our family, which is Ethiopia. We've seen the results firsthand. We've been over there to get our son. One of the earliest pictures I have of Benjamin is me holding him in the first Iron Tribe, and he's reaching for those pull-up bars. It's taken years to get him to the point where he can now jump up on those pull-up bars, but he does. He goes to Iron Tribe every day. And he's come to Workout for Water too, and he understands what we do and where this money goes. And he's excited this year that it's gonna go back and impact his country. And the impact is gonna change a family's life, where a mom is not now walking multiple hours a day to collect dirty water for her family. Because she's not walking, now her kids can go to school. Because she's not walking, now she can start a small business and start to support her family. It literally pulls these families out of poverty. And then it's done in the name of the church, so they have access to the gospel. And so to know these funds that we're gonna raise from this year's Workout for Water is gonna go to our son's homeland and birth country, it's like a dream come true, full circle for us.
So the invitation is simple. Please join us for Workout for Water 2024.
Come, grab your friends, have an awesome workout, experience your community, and know that every dollar you give towards this initiative is gonna go to the least evangelized, poorest people, and really sweetest people we've ever met.
And most beautiful people.
And beautiful on planet Earth. But they need our help, and we have the ability to show up and give in a way that will truly change their life.